Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. This is Wipeout HD Fury, or Wipeout Fury HD. This is simply a fantastic game. I already said on my original Wipeout video that Wipeout was the game that I saw running many years ago when PlayStation first came out, and I saw a rolling demo of Wipeout in a video game shop, and I just remember being stood there absolutely mesmerised by it. I just thought, wow, I've never seen anything like this. This looks fantastic. And that made me want to buy the PlayStation. So the Wipeout series, possibly more than anything else, actually made me want the Sony PlayStation. Wipeout 3 that came out on the PlayStation later on was another sensational addition to the series, although I did possibly prefer 2097. It was always a close run thing between the two, but everything paled into insignificance when I got hold of a copy of this. Now this was originally released as just, I think it was just called Wipeout HD, on the PlayStation Network Marketplace for the PlayStation 3. And then I think Sony added the add-on to it, which was the Fury pack, which essentially just sort of ramped everything up to 10. And I remember thinking to myself at first, this is download only. I think at the time it was download only. I imagine it's subsequently come out on disc. But I remember thinking, why is this not getting a full release? Why, Wipeout is one of Sony's best franchises. Why is it not getting a full-on release? And I remember being a bit concerned by it and thinking, is this going to be a bit of a Wipeout light? Is this going to be a bit flimsy compared to the others? Is this not going to be the full fat Wipeout? Well, I was very glad that I went and downloaded it anyway. Because this is for me the best Wipeout that there's ever been. It's utterly sensational. As you can see, graphically it's gorgeous. If you want to showcase what the PlayStation 3 can do, then Wipeout HD is the game that really shows off what it is capable of. Not just that, but the sheer number of game modes that's in here. Like this one, this is a particularly unique game mode, where you have to just keep the ship in one piece for as long as you can through this sort of very surreal course, and you complete each zone and it sort of accelerates, it goes faster into the different classes of ships that there are. When you start out the game, it's not lightning fast. It's fast, but it's not as fast as it gets. And this is what I think distinguishes this Wipeout from many of the others that came out, is the fact that one of the complaints that Wipeout had, and it is a valid complaint, is the fact that for the uninitiated, should I say, it is a very formidable game. The control system on the older Wipeout games was very touchy, and quite often you could end up bouncing off one wall into another. It was a very tough and unforgiving game, and that put quite a lot of people off it, and I always thought that was a shame, because once you got used to the control system and you mastered the subtleties of it, it was a tremendous racing game. But with Wipeout HD, it starts out a lot more forgiving, and it's slightly slower, and you do have better control over the ship. The ship is far more responsive than it has been in previous iterations of the game, and this makes it really addictive, and makes it so much better than other games of this type in its series. The different ships also have different handling and different classes, and they also have different attributes as well. Like some of them will be quicker than others will be better handling. some of them will also have better weapon systems and defences, which means that, you know, you can take more punishment because you can get blown up in this if you take too much damage. And so it really is up to you to find out what ship suits your style best. I prefer the faster and more nimble vessels. I don't like getting embroiled into the combat element quite as much, because I like to be out in front and let everybody else kick off behind me. And like I say, that is one of the huge improvements. Is it does make a significant difference as to which vessel you choose. Once you choose it, it also makes it worthwhile sticking with it, because you get loyalty bonuses as well, and some of it can be just like, you know, unlocking new colour schemes and so on and so forth. But, you know, if you race more often with one of the craft more than others, you will start to get loyalty bonuses, which is a nice little touch as well. But yeah, I mean, if you think this is fast here, wait till you start to unlock the later classes. That sort of is the way that the game ramps up the difficulty level, and they really do start to go faster, and you really do need to improve your reflexes as well. But like I say, it's a great touch that it's more accessible to new gamers. Now, it's not a dumbing down. You know, quite often I get quite irritated when games seem to get dumbed down to try to appeal to a wider market. In this case, it isn't, because as you progress, the game does become more difficult, and it does start to feel a bit more like the sort of classic Wipeout games, where you have to be really on the ball in order to win. In this, you can start out as somebody who's never played a Wipeout game before, and you can, you know, still get a degree of success. And I think that's an actual benefit, because I think what the great shame to me was the fact that a number of people always said, yeah, Wipeout looks fantastic but plays awful, and I don't like it because of that. And so I think the developers were sensible in trying to address that problem, and I'm really glad that they did, because, like I say, this to me is the best in the Wipeout series, and I think that if more developers actually did stuff like this rather than dumbing games down and make them, yeah, if you want to make them more accessible to people, that's fine, but still retain the difficult elements for those who are more familiar and are fans of the original series. Don't sort of leave them on the shelves and make it so that they've got to endure a game which is far easier than what they're used to or what they like. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think this is Wipeout Fury HD, or HD Fury, I can't remember which way around that goes now, on the Sony PlayStation, and it is available to download on the PlayStation Marketplace, and it is well worth checking out. There's also a fantastic Wipeout game as well for the Vita that's also worth checking out. So yeah, thank you very much for watching this video, and stay tuned to my channel for more videos to come.
First place.